Okay, so yeah, so we're talking about emotional game this week, which I guess it's good that we're opening up because I don't think that they've seen this side of me at least. I don't know if they've seen this
No,
side
my
of you,
friends
but
know
they
though
haven't
I
seen
go
this side of
fucking
me yet.
out of control when I talk about my job.
Yeah, but from what it sounds like, we're both talking about games that have literally made us emotional in the last couple days.
Yeah, absolutely. They can't see us yet, but this is a webcam podcast this week.
Yes.
I knew it was today, but I forgot you guys are an hour ahead, so I was like, what the fuck, where's the stream? Yeah, we did it later today,
no
too.
Problemato. Yeah. And I'm working tomorrow, and I was just like, I just don't want to deal with
That's
it
what
now.
it was. I knew there was a reason we were doing it today, but I forgot what it was. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm gonna fucking switch us over to the big boy. The big boy Ken.
Alright, let's go. No, I think we'll both be smiling. Hey guys, what's up? Now I think we'll both be smiling to start out, but I have a feeling that once we're talking about these emotional games, we aren't going to be smiling for much longer. We're just going to be fucking
tissues.
Oh boy.
Get the damn
tissues. Alright, let's go over this. The first big topic, which is Sony doing shit.
Sony be doing some dumb
like
shit.
They tend to do. Sony is a very interesting company, and that's the way that I'll phrase it. They're a very interesting company.
Pretty much.
And have been for a very long time.
Pretty much what we learned is, how do I put this in a way that doesn't seem like I'm inciting violence?
Oh boy.
Have peaceful petitions to get stuff, to make change. Change.org. We talked about this last week, I think, right? No. We talked about
what?
This.
We talked about what last week?
What they reversed. But like, no. Not the reversal.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. Hold on.
Yes, a couple weeks ago.
I'm trying to see if we ever... It's not on our topic list. A couple weeks ago, Sony was like, we're canceling PS3, PSP, and PS Vita like online shops, essentially, so you can't buy, download, and reinstall any digital goods. The only one of these three consoles that makes any sense to me to cancel is the PSP. To be honest.
Yes.
The PSP is so old.
Yes, and that is also because most of the digital PSP games work on the PS Vita, so that's why you could have canceled that store, because I don't know who else is using the PSP. But, I mean, the same could be said for the PS3 store as well.
I know people who still use the PS3.
Yeah, because there's a lot of PS1 and PS2 classic games on the PS3 that I want to play and stream possibly that are just hard to stream anywhere. But let's talk about how hard it is to stream from the PS3, because you have to use component cables because the HTCP on the PS3 is dumb.
I hate the PS3. I hate it so much.
You hate the PS3?
I hate it that much.
Yes, you hate a system so much that you literally have multiple
But I hate it though, right? Because like I go back, I did a Let's Play of Deadpool. Who remembers when the Deadpool game came out? That was a big phenomenon for a bit. I did that, and pretty much I had a Dazzle. You remember the Dazzle, Steven, right? I hope so, because it was your Dazzle.
Yeah. Yes, I gave you the Dazzle.
You got the Hot Pog HD PVR.
Yeah, which never really worked for me. I had a real bad string of luck with capture cards in the late 2000s.
I will say the best one that worked for me, the one that worked for me the best, tried and true. Easy Cap.
I thought you had audio issues with that constantly.
That was the Roxio.
A lot like our one friend. So have we ever... Okay, so we've been teasing this for months now, since probably the start of the podcast. But back in 2011, we used to be Let's Players back when we were
12 and 13 years old.
Yes, about to be 13. And I was like, how do I phrase this? But yeah, at the time in June, we were 12, and we turned 13 in August. So at the time, we were 12-year-old Let's Players with really squeaky voices, and it was awful. And We will show those videos at some
Hi guys,
point.
it's me, the 64 Gamer, here with my cousin Steven Gamer 64.
Yeah, so I think we're thinking that week in June that would have been like our 10th year anniversary. That's when we'll do the stream where we actually look at that stuff, and it will be like a different style NazCast, where there won't be topics. Instead, we'll just be watching
We'll be
these
watching
stupid
videos
that we
It'll be
produce.
more of a lax type of deal, more of a hangout.
Yes, and you'll just see me and Quinn with our hands in our heads, just like I hate the fact that this is
It's
on
like
the
that
internet.
one night where I was over, your sister's boyfriend was over, and then like the squad, and I was laying there on the floor with my laptop hooked up to the TV. I think it was that night we played Jackbox together. And we were watching my episode like 1 of the 1,000-Year Door, and I was like, yeah, we could watch it. I don't care. And I sat there. 2 seconds in, I'm like,
2 seconds in, you were like,
hey, get it off.
Yeah, literally we made it 2 seconds. So, but for this NazCast in June, we will have to sit here up until chat says tap out, because odds are, because they're mostly people who like to during stream torture you, we will have to sit here and listen to our prepubescent voices for probably an hour.
Well, we'll watch all 4. That should be the intro. Oh yeah, no, you did watch my Dead playthrough with me. That was when I was showing him the classics.
Yeah, which you haven't showed them the ones with me in it, because oh man, my voice from 2011 is not
the only
good.
thing they've ever
now,
heard
it's not
is
like
the
my
intro to one of the Mario Kart things. Just the intro.
Okay, because my voice now is not too deep. I don't have like a super deep voice. It's pretty. I don't know how to exactly describe my voice. It's not deep. It's kind of just there.
It's not
like
it's not high pitched though either. It's like
it's just kind of
middle of the road type deal.
Yeah. So presumably that week in June we will watch for an hour our old content, which I deleted most of my old content because I was super paranoid about this. You were not.
No, I didn't care. I didn't care.
You have all your stuff just unlisted.
It's unlisted.
Or like private.
No, it's not even private, because you know what? If someone favorited the video, they have every right in the world to watch that video.
They do, but I think it's just mainly my old account, the people that we knew's old accounts. But also during that stream, I think we will probably talk about our old Let's Playing crew, in air quotes, because we ran in a very small group of people who were all Let's Players and all around the same age.
I will say, I remember that there was talk when I started Let's Playing. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember this because it pumped my ego up pretty fucking big for a minute.
Of course it did.
I started after you, right? Because at this point in my life, I was just pretty much doing whatever Steven was doing. And I mean, really though, like, I enjoyed it, but I was like, I remember, I think it was PB11. He was like, yo, T64G is growing kind of quick. And when I stopped making videos.
Yep, and that's when you're like, all right, time to press the eject button over here. Yep, and
we're done. When I made my Minecraft channel, I was getting like 100+ views per video. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Yeah, all right, well, pack it up. Time to move on. Next.
Oh no, Nil has both of our old channels favorited.
Oh, what? No.
Sure, there's no videos on your channel. We just got to worry about mine.
Sure, fine. I like you enough to be like, okay, I won't try to find an email to delete the fucking
I'm trying to get the email to my not my original account, my second YouTube account.
Which one is that? You want to just hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Steven up in the Discord DMs.
Yeah, because heck, I'm not spoiling that. I'm just not. Oh yeah, that one you still have active videos.
Dude, I can't get rid of it. I can't get the email. Oh, both of Nazora's.
Oh, okay.
No, Steven, you're in the clear, man. I just got to show off my Bakugan collection to the squad real quick.
The Bakugan collection.
I can wrap my
How do you have copyright? How has that video not been taken down because of copyright?
It's copyright claimed, but it's I guess they just want the AdSense from the video.
I guess so.
Oh no, that's mine and Steven. They know about Nerd Gaming United.
Oh no. hold on. I think we have what, like
We
one
have
or two
a
videos
we have
on
a
there, maybe
Smash
one real
Melee
video,
group session video on there.
which was a complete disaster. But
Evan,
sure.
dude, we gotta watch the. Well, we could watch that as well with when we watch the
Videos.
videos because that one's like
All
the
right.
squad.
So presumably we are watching the Double Dash
Oh,
Let's Play.
I think that's all we're gonna. I don't want to watch any of the. I don't want to watch any of the
You don't want to
Thousand
watch
Year
any of your
Door.
Paper Mario
I cursed so
because
much in that video. So much.
yeah,
No.
yeah. Thankfully, I think we both. I mean, like, I was never really a big cursor, despite what my dad says. But I mean, he is a liar. I mean, he's not a liar, but like, he like exaggerates how often I actually say curse words.
Well,
Which is
back in the
not
day, I
often,
thought
as
cursing
you
was cool.
Whereas now we both don't really curse unless we're like super
Yeah,
angry or
I
happy or
really try
something.
my best not to curse. Uh,
Yeah, because there's no
yeah.
reason to.
I,
There's like actually
I
no reason
curse.
to.
I
It's just
realize that I curse
why.
because of a lack of vocabulary for expressive words, and that's what it is.
Which is what I think most people curse,
Exactly.
because there's a lack of vocabulary on like how to express yourself. Whereas me being in multiple spots a writing major, both between like journalism and now, I like all I have to do is write. I have a very big vocabulary just because I need to.
Well, Nil said, and then there's me over here like a sailor. Not gonna lie though,
Hey, but we respect that. Hey, but like we respect.
listen. Just be true to yourself,
Wait,
right? At the end of the day, just be true to yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Not gonna lie though, I curse a lot to piss off my dad.
Honestly, that's the best reason to do anything, to piss off your parents, kids. Please don't listen to me. I'm not a great. All right, I mean, my off hours of not working, which I work in a place in which I have to
Steven
be
can't
like
curse
very
at work.
respectful to
And I'm
anyone.
like, I tell this. I go to the store, man. I talk to the customers. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love this TV. This TV's fucking great.
Whereas at work, if I accidentally like, now I do this often because like we have these bigger carts. Oh man, if I like jam my foot into like a cart and like I'm actually hurting, I will legitimately, no joking, not ironically, say fart instead of fuck. This is what I am. I am self-censoring myself to that extent.
Fart!
Also, oh my god, I'm like watching I'm watching the stream right now. I'm like my stupid like Italian hand
Dude,
movements
this
are
is
all over the
what
place
this is what
now.
we Italians do, eh?
Yeah, it's all this. It's all random hand movements for no reason. I want to say boopity boppity, and I just did. Okay, but it was more hand movements.
Like that episode of Family Guy. It's fine, Brian. I speak Italian.
Every time you look up Italian on like Twitter for like a GIF, it's literally the Family Guy thing of him saying boopity boppity and
Family
walking
Guy.
out.
He goes to like that deli, right? It's like, don't worry, Brian. I
Yes,
speak
and then
Italian.
he just
Booty bop.
boopity boppity, and he's like walking out. Like, no, not how you do things, but sure. So yeah, so Sony decided to reverse their course
Back to the topic.
Yes, because but honestly, hell, I was really liking.
No, I like the vibe we got going tonight. It's good. Good times.
Yeah, but like we also have topics to get through. So Sony decided to reverse their store shutdown for the PS3 Vita. But not the PS3. Only the PS3 and PS Vita. Which honestly, the PSP store was the only one that really did.
It made sense.
Shut down because also most of those games are also playable on Vita, from what I can tell from like their store. So that's okay. But this is a big win because a lot of people were like panic buying stuff on the PSN store for like the PS1 and PS2 like virtual console-ish games.
Oh, so pretty much what happened was Sony CEO?
Yeah,
Jim
Jim
Ryan.
Ryan,
Man came out and said,
who I think might be the PlayStation CEO.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure.
he came out and was
Hold
like,
on, I'll check
hey,
it out.
we heard you. We're not shutting down the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita digital marketplaces anymore. And everyone's like, yeah! But Sour Patch Kids World Gone Sour is still not available.
Okay, but let me talk a little bit about Jim Ryan, because he's not exactly Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo. He is he's been very anti-game preservation. Like, why would you want to play something that's like 20 years old? So he's not exactly like the people's champion. First of all, none of these like big like CEOs are. None of them are the people's champion of
Except
anything.
for Reggie. We love Reggie.
Yeah, but again, he was a meme lord, and also he's retired now, so now he can just be fun. Oh, well, did you see him tweet out like last week that he had an English copy of Mother 3 that he was planning on playing at some point? Like you freaking tease you. Fart you. I'm going to self-censor myself there. Fart you jerk. Don't tease us with an English localization of Mother 3 and then just be like, womp womp. Like, no! Screw you.
I don't get why they don't. I really don't get why they don't just fucking release a localized version at this point.
Okay, because Mother 3 for 2021 has a couple of problematic representations of characters, mainly trans people. They've got some very problematic stereotyped for the at the time representation of trans people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've heard trans people be all over the place in terms of how like Mother 3 deals with trans people, but I don't think that it would be a good time to release it with how paranoid that they are about everything Nintendo. So so the game has some problematic representation things that I think it would be hard to release it without
it represents specific groups of individuals in a bad light, essentially.
Not in a bad light. How it was like a stereotypical.
So yeah,
light.
let's not do that.
Yeah, so but that's why we have the fan translation, and people of those like LGBTQ groups have been all over the map. So like you don't know which end that the general public will fall on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's best to just kind of leave it as like this fan translated product that these people put like blood, sweat, and tears into, because that fan translation is a masterwork. Because there were a lot of professional translators who would then become like actual like translators who like worked on that like fan translation.
I gotcha. I hear you.
But I think it's best left
in the
2005 past, because I feel like it'd be very hard to translate without having to change over a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
So, but thankfully, Sony reverses its decision. I need to get back on topic for a second, but let's not crown like Jim Ryan as like the people's champion.
He's not at the end of the day.
Yeah, because his main goal is Sony's bottom line, which is his job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, that's his job, and if these stores make them more money now, well, then of course he'll keep the stores open because it's making them money. But all right, we are done with this topic. All right, which topic?
Yeah, we'll go with.
Do you want to do next?
Let's go with this one.
All right. So one of the games that you asked me about a couple months ago, maybe February, I think like late February, you asked me about this small little game, Bug Fables, that resembled one of our favorite games, Paper Mario. Well, arguably favorite series. But you asked me about it, and I played it at release on Switch. I played the first like 5 hours of it before like I just got sidetracked with other actual stuff. But the game was good. It's very Paper Mario. Like I really enjoyed the time I played with it. But it is now receiving a physical release through limited run games, and most of you guys know that we are both very like we want our physical copies of games. We both clamor for the physical release of games. And yes, with all of your physical copies of every game that you've ever wanted.
Limited run. Hyper Light Drifter.
Yep, it's a great game too. I mean, Hyper Light Drifter is an absolutely great game. At least get the eShop version if you have like the limited runs like physical edition. Jeez, Quinn.
I just haven't played it.
It's open till then. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
Which topic do you want to do now? Do you want to do favorite us? Our favorite.
Yeah, you know what? We'll end with the sad games shit.
Generation games, because we have two mini game reviews that we might talk about and like talk about our emotions on. So I want to save that for the big topic. So I think we might even move I think we might even move like the Pokédex stuff earlier
Yeah.
for today, because we both want to talk about our emotions, because we are not the stereotypical, I hate this term, guys, where we're like, we are in touch with our emotions for the most part. So, and we like to talk about them for the most part. So, we had two games that recently like affected our emotional state, I guess is how you would want to put that. But we were both affected by these games, so we want to talk about them.
Yeah.
So, and I've been hinting on Twitter all week, minus the Mets tweets, which is a whole other emotional state for me. But there was one game that since launch I've been tweeting about, and also the game's lead force and the guy who made the series actually liked my tweet of me receiving the 0.2%.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So Kyle Seeley liked my one tweet of me having like the super rare ending for Evelyn, and I kind of freaked out. I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!" Because I respect him a lot. He's a really nice guy. I've talked to him a few times. He's a super nice guy. So like I was like, "Oh damn, he liked my tweet about me thinking that like the stupid rare ending," which honestly, like I didn't even try for that ending, because like we talked about before the podcast, I just played it how like I would normally treat Jesus, as if like they were like real situations. Yeah. So I guess in real situations I would be a decent significant other, I guess, but I mean I don't think I would be able to say that right now. But all right, favorite sixth generation games, because I can't do transitions. Quinn knows this.
Thank you, Moon Mullins. Thank you.
I've tried in the past.
I'm handsome.
All right.
So pretty much when Steven got the point of sixth generation games, here we go. There's the transition.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
All right. This is a tough question for me, honestly, because heck, I put the actual topic on the list. My favorite game of that generation is probably Kingdom Hearts, because it's one of my favorite games of all time, and considering it's a part of that generation, it would kind of have to be. So mine's probably Kingdom Hearts. Now yours, I have a few guesses.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna say Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes, that or Paper Mario. The
well, you're wrong.
Like,
it's actually
okay. So then,
Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
Of course, you've liked the one that's got a almost.
Can we talk about name? The only reason why I know.
Yes, let's talk about the Ratchet and Clank naming team, because
hilarious. Did they work on the South Park games? A fractured butthole. I went digging through some of my old stuff that I did not have access to for a bit of time, and
yes.
I was actually just going through games, right? Because I was looking for my GameCube. And the only reason why I know Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal exists is because I own it on PlayStation 2. And I saw it, and I was like, do I bring this home with me now, or do I wait? And I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this now. So I put it back. But what I did find was some classics. I was going to bring them in, but then we were talking before the podcast, and I found my original copy of Super Mario Galaxy, complete with manual and everything. And I'm like, ooh. That's in my car still. I also found my original cartridge of Super Smash Brothers on Nintendo 64. It's in pretty good shape. And here's where it gets even crazier.
What did you find?
Oh, God, I found Super Mario 64, the original cartridge for that. But then this is where it gets the craziest.
Oh God! You found your copy of the
No, I actually didn't. It's with my GameCube. I couldn't find my GameCube. I wasn't digging through everything.
Damn.
I found a game I don't even remember owning, but I guess I did. I found my GameCube copy of Wario Land.
You owned Wario Land? That's actually kind of
it's over $100.
Okay, let's do a side tangent. It's also like on the same topic of like our sixth generation games. Why are GameCube games so expensive now, except for people our age having big time nostalgia? Now, God, I wanted to say something dirtier would have fallen in line with like Nils like
Sailor speak.
But most people our age, or fucking, I'm saying it. Most people our age have like a nostalgia boner right now,
yeah.
so like they just want to play those fucking GameCube games that they remember playing as a child, but they're like.
I also found my copy of Mario Baseball.
Oh, which I have somewhere in my room. So it's like somewhere around here. But yeah, God, we used to play Mario Baseball
we
a
love
lot,
Mario
like
Baseball.
a lot. It's a great game. It's a great game.
What'd you fucking say, Moon Mullets?
Whoa!
What'd you say?
Whoa!
Bro, this man thinks Halo 2 is the best game ever made.
Okay, well, Halo 2 is my favorite game on the original Xbox, but not of the entire 6th generation. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Boom! But... roasted. Get out of here.
But yeah. So for the original
Sega
Xbox,
Dreamcast,
my favorite game. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. I actually have
I got my Dreamcast too, Moon Mullins. When it does, it gathers dust.
Hey, I at least use it to play Shenmue 1 at points, but I also play the Steam and PS4 versions of those games too. Because
they're on sale for $6.59 via Fanatical on Steam.
Yes. God, I need to actually buy that game for you because at some point you need to play it.
I still need to play this.
I will get you.
Hold on.
What? Hyperline Drifter?
No.
Oh, that is like a 200.
And I haven't even put it in my Switch yet.
I don't blame you.
I bought it so I could play it.
Well, that is a
Oh, here, wait. I also have some other games. My entire PS5 library still needs to be played. We have
same.
We have Demon Souls. Sonic and Knuckles is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
We have Demon Souls. We have Immortal Phoenix Rising.
Oh my god, we have like the same.
And
PS5
I also have Spider-Man. It's on the other side of the room. It's on the iMac desk. Yes. We don't go over there too often.
Yes. Yes. So I also just received my copy of Judgment for PS5, which I also need to finish.
Judgment.
Because I played the first couple hours on PS4 before I got sidetracked, and then I moved the PS4 downstairs, and I'm like, I'll let all the PS4 games minus one of them being because the only PS4 game that I actively play now is a Kingdom Hearts 3, but I now have that on PC, so now I don't even need the PS4 for that. So like I'm like, all right, so like I'll buy Judgment for $40 on PS5 because it's brand new, it looks better. I'll just buy it. So like that just arrived, and that might be like the like second or third game I think of that I beat on PS5, to be honest, because I haven't played many PS5 games, to be honest. I just haven't had the time.
Nothing really out for it either, so.
Yeah, and also senior year of college is kind of hard. And not like it's hard, but like in terms of there's a lot of work that needs to get done. So like I'm like, well, yes, I can't play video games that aren't short.
I have a problem with short games, right? I love them. Like I really do. But like
yeah,
then I try to like speed run it. Like,
the games.
I'm like I want to enjoy it, but I'm like, all right, it's a short game, so what is it, like an hour? And if it's not an hour, I'm trying to get it down to an hour. Then I'm missing out on a lot of the game.
Yeah.
This and that and the third.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that both of the games that we are reviewing this week were both like, I beat both of my playthroughs of Emily his way through it. I think it took me like 3.5 hours per playthrough, which you have to do them twice to get both of their like best endings.
My game was an hour and 20 minutes. My game was an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh damn! So then that would be in my playtime limit of only a couple hours because I just don't have a whole heck of a lot of time. So yes, so then your favorite 6th generation game has to be Shadow, right? Because if that's like your favorite game of all time, then you would have to think that that's your favorite game of the generation.
PS2 version wasn't great.
Okay, that is 110% fair. Honestly, that's fair.
I think my favorite
because it's
6th
not
generation game is Mario Kart Double Dash. I said it. I said it, man.
I mean, hey, that's
I said it. Leave me alone.
That is a 100. That is a legitimate pick.
I loved Mario Kart Double Dash. I put hours into that.
Oh, it's a great game. And for those of you looking forward to like our
10-year anniversary.
like stream, we played on 50cc for that video or for that let's play, which means that we were just so. Oh man, our confidence was probably so low that we were just like, yeah, we'll
Hey
play
guys,
it
we're
on.
really good at this game. We're gonna pick 50cc cup.
When we really. Our skill level at that time was probably at least 100cc.
Now I'm a
which,
legend, though.
For the older.
Now I'm so good.
What?
I'm like,
hold on. At 8 or Double Dash? It's like Double Dash has a different physics system, so you might not be
Double
as.
Dash in so long. I'm talking 8.
Yeah. Well.
Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium.
You can always.
Good games, man. Good games.
Pokemon Snap has a sequel out on Friday that next Friday that I'm very excited
you could
about.
have played it if your daughter didn't break your Switch today.
What?
That's real.
And I thought that Nintendo made their products indestructible.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, talk about like indestructible products. Have you seen any of the new stuff from Amico?
No, we don't talk about the Amico anymore until we
television.
own one, so I can run it over in my good old Hyundai Elantra GT. Yeah.
So we're about to spend $400 on the system.
I'm not
just
going
for you to run it over with the car.
Look, I treat the Ouya like a king. Oh, you can't see it anymore.
So hopefully, by the time that we actually get a, why am I blanking on the name of the system now? Yes, by the time we have an Amico, hopefully we will be able to see each other physically, but with masks and social distancing, and then we can do a live stream of us unboxing this stupid friggin' thing.
White glove unboxing, of course. Only for the most premium of products.
And obviously, we will be masked, and we will both be fully vaccinated. Because next Tuesday, as of next Tuesday, at probably like 9 o'clock in the morning, I will be fully vaccinated. Which
Yamato wants us to destroy this. Yeah, right now we're both half vaxxed.
Yes, and I think you're a week after me in terms of the vaccination schedule, but then we have to wait like a month just to be safe.
Pretty much by the time we're ready to do the 10-year anniversary.
Yes, and then also by the time we have the Amico Vision, which probably won't be until probably around Black Friday or Christmas. At that point, it'll be too cold to run over stuff in a car.
Unless we run over my hand.
Oh my god!
In the snow, of course, where I won't feel it. It'll be iced.
I don't think that affects
I
know it's going to.
We'll run over my most prized possession.
You can't even find your prized possession, Quinn.
We'll run over my two Japanese booster box of Pokemon cards. There's cards in here.
Yamato, yes, that is definitely something that Quinn would do, just unprompted.
Unprompted, yeah. I read the chat. I saw freezing my hand and then running it over.
Yep, and it's something that you do literally without prompting.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right. So we got our weekly Pokemon challenge. I'm not doing transitions anymore. I'm just like, all right.
We need to get this episode over.
We actually really don't.
We have plenty of time. We're only 35 minutes in.
Yeah. And then also, but we want to spend more time talking about the games that made us feel emotional, considering that that's the title of the podcast. So, all right. So first of all, let me have an intro to this. We are in a new region. We are in Kalos.
Gen 6.
Which is Gen 6. Which you never played, right, Quinn?
Nope,
you never played X and Y?
I never beat
it.
Did? I got to the Elite Four, though.
Which, that was one of the easiest Elite Four, so how did you never beat it?
I got there when I stopped playing.
Why, you just got bored?
I got the game for free when my brother bought his 3DS. They gave him, register your 3DS on Club Nintendo and get a free copy of X or Y. And I was like, I want Y, because I want Yveltal.
Yeah. And that was one of the easiest Pokemon games
I think it's the easiest Pokemon game.
Yeah, because even like Sun and Moon are harder. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, from like what I've heard, I actually haven't played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I heard
Mm-hmm.
are decently hard. So the Pokemon series, a difficulty level is very inconsistent. They'll have a very easy game followed up by a very difficult game. So I feel bad for like a kid who's like first one was
Black and white too.
like X and Y, and then their next one is like Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, and then they're like, why can't I beat like Ultra Sun,
And then they
Ultra Moon?
get
Like,
Sword and Shield, and they're
yeah,
like, this is easy.
yeah, because that game is ridiculously easy at times. Mainly because Hop just keeps changing up his team, and his team just doesn't have the same levels as you at any. Excuse me,
Hop's
at
like, my
like
team sucks.
yeah. So like he keeps changing, which I talked about his
Yeah, we
arc at
did.
some
Yeah.
point here. All right, so new region. It's Kalos. It is X and Y. You've played some of it. You've played like 80% of the game. So number 650 is which Pokemon? It's all
Chespin.
grass. It's an evolutionary line. Yes. Next one.
It starts with a Q, man. It's the Quidlil.
Yes. Yes. It is Quilladin.
Trading
Number
finance.
652
Thank
is.
you for following. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for following. All right, 652 is which Pokemon?
Chestnut.
Yes. Number 653 through 655.
Fire or water?
Fire had the first two evolutions, and then Fire and Psychic for the final.
Fennekin.
Yes.
Delphox. That's
no,
the final?
that's the third one. Yeah. So you.
Delph.
Yeah. So now you just see in the middle.
Delphine. Belle Delphine.
No.
No, it starts with like a B, right?
Yes, it does, but it's not what
Belle
you just
Delphine.
said. Because I. Can we not?
Broxon.
She is a interesting.
Braxion. Broxon.
Yes. Yes, it is Braxion. All right, number 656 through 658.
Oh, easy.
Are
Froakie.
Yep. Okay.
Middle evolution. Greninja.
That's not its name. It does not have the name Middle Evolution. Technically, I think you could probably nickname it that, but I don't think there's like characters. But I mean, you could. Yes, Frog.
Oh, really?
Frog something. Yes.
Frogadier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Frogadier, but yeah. Yeah. Very slow clap. Round of applause for Quinn. Yes. All right. Number 6. All right. So now you just need the final evolution, which has two
Greninja.
forms.
Oh, dude, is it the Ash Greninja or whatever? What is Ash's Greninja? I don't understand that.
It's got a different ability. It's got Battle Bond, which is a totally different thing, which I don't know how to explain because I don't know it that well.
What's next?
Number 659 through 660 is a normal and has an evolution, and it's normal ground.
I think I know it. I think I know one of them.
You
is it like
probably
Bumblebee
do.
Or something?
Yes. Okay, but
is it the first or the second?
What is? That's the first one. So now you just need the second one.
One looks like.
Yeah, because it's all over the overworld and for like all of like Sword and Shield. It's like all over the place.
It's like Diggersby?
Yes. You actually haven't been needing a lot of help here, which I'm very proud of. All right, number 661 through 663 is normal flying, fire flying, and then fire flying.
Bird, Red Bird, Talonflame. There's a lot of Pokemon.
Well, you got the final
like
evolution, right? But
and then like
yes.
Fucking that's the first evolution, right?
Yes.
How many Pokemon are there? There's like 860 now or something.
Yeah, something like that. And for this episode of the podcast, we are going to go up to 675. So we got not that many left.
I'm gonna use a lifeline from you.
Okay. It is Fletchinder. I don't know how to actually say its name because I nicknamed mine. So it's
Oh, like
Fletch.
Cinder. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it's Talonflame, right?
All right. Yep. All right. Number 664 through 666 is a bug type evolutionary line. The first two are bug. The final evolution is bug and flying. Now, I wouldn't blame you honestly for not knowing this because honestly, I don't even
Is
remember
this a
this.
bug type?
Yep. This is its regional bug type.
I think I know one of them. Is it like
Okay.
Scatterbug?
Yes. That is the
Alright.
first evolution.
Dude, my monitor's so bright.
Yep. And boy, that's how I feel every single week.
um, there's two evolutions?
Yes, there are two more evolutions left. There.
I don't know. Fucking Gen 6, man. Oh, give me. Give me.
You
Yeah, how
want to
many
use
do
the
I get
lifeline?
this Gen 2?
Yes, you get it. You have a two from me
Okay.
and then two from chat.
Alright, give me your second one.
All right. The second evolution is Spupa, spelled exactly how it
Spupa.
sounds. Yep. And
Is
then
this
the
the
third
butterfly
evolution
one?
is
Oh, it's like Vivillon or
yes,
something like that.
yes. Perfect. You got it.
Yes!
All right. Number 660 and 667 are a fire normal type evolutionary line. Don't ask why the typing is the way it
Fire
is.
normal?
Yes.
What number is this?
667.
Fire normal?
You want to use a lifeline from chat?
No.
Well,
Is it
you at some
Litten?
point.
No,
All
that's
right.
Fire
Let
Dark.
me. No, you got it right.
Litten?
Yes, that is the first ever. Oh no. That's Gen 7, but it is
Ah,
Litleo. So
I
you
was
got it
close. I was in
in
the.
the ballpark. I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give that to you because honestly, I forgot. Like I said, you were right. So I'm gonna
Oh, Bobby's here.
honestly grant
Bobby,
you
we're doing a
that.
naming challenge. And Yamato, we will need
Hey,
help.
Bobby, what's up? We're doing the Pokemon Challenge early
Uh,
this week because we're talking about
yeah.
emotional games
Podcast, by the
after.
way, on Friday. Steven will not be around tomorrow, so we're doing it today.
Yeah, but yep, and then
Oh,
next week
so
it'll
if
be
it was
back at its normal
Litleo, then it's
time.
Pyroar.
Yes, perfect. I go Nil's like, oh,
Bobby
thank
is
God Bobby's
here.
here. I don't have to do anything. Yes, your expert form of help, Nil. Honestly, I kind of love
The
your
Google.
form of help because
The Google.
what? No, but also I feel like she'd also try to screw you over just to screw you over, which I feel like would be fun for this energy. All right, number 669 through 671 is a fairy type evolutionary line. Hey, look, it's your favorite type.
No. Uh, what does it look like? I don't know. I thought
You
I heard
good?
something to my right, but there's no one down here.
Um, it looks like a flower.
Oh, is it like Flabebe or something like that?
Yes. Then it's
Can I get a lifeline? Chat.
yeah, Bobby. Well, mainly Bobby because Bobby's here this week, so Bobby can just
Do my hair. I don't have to pull it
so
back with the
Bobby's able
headphone band
to do
anymore.
Bobby's
Fuck.
things.
No, I think we just did. I think 670, right? 670. Because we just did Flabebe.
Yes, yes. So yes, so it is 670.
I'm looking at these Pokemon and thinking about the sick fucks who sexualize a plant Pokemon Lamau.
Yeah,
Is it Floetta?
it's not great. Yes,
Yeah. Oh, the last one's Florgus.
yes. All right, number 662 and 663 are a grass type
No, they're
evolutionary
not,
line.
dude.
Yes, they are. What are you talking about?
No, they're
What?
not. Goat man. Wait, is this Goat?
Yes, well, that's the
Skiddo.
second evolution. Yes. How did you piece those two? I'm never mind. I don't want to know how
I
you
mean, it's
piece
one
those two
simple answer.
together.
That was what got me through Gen 5. Pixelmon.
Really?
Hey, Bobby knew already before I even said it.
Yeah. Why'd I even ask? I also probably knew the answer in the back of my mind. All right, number 6. All right, so we are finishing out the day for the Pokemon Challenge. Number 663 and excuse me, number 674 and 675 are normal, and the second form is a fighting dark type.
Pangoro.
That's the second evolution,
Pancham.
yes. Yes. Way to go, Quinn. You got most of them really
My
without
arm hurts.
problem. Really without any problem. All right, so now I can turn my phone not off. I can close the browser on my phone because I was worried about the glare from my monitor.
Pocket monsters.
Because I watched the VOD and I was like, oh my lord, I drink too much water. Also, I always have like usually gotta have my entire face wiped because of my
Steven looks like
monitor
I normally look.
on.
Well, Steven looks like how I look right now normally.
Yeah. Actually, usually it's somewhat worse for some reason.
Yeah, alright, so we did this.
Okay. So now we were talking about our emotions. Welcome to the
Everyone
emotional
get
hour
out.
with Steven.
Leave. Now.
All right. How about we talk about yours first? Because
Okay.
mine's a longer game.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Oh, Yamato got Nier today. Nier did come out today. Nier Replicant.
Oh, yes, it
How is
did.
it? Definitely playing tomorrow on Drunk Saturday. Sorry, I have Cheeto fingers. Oh, nice. I played on a whim because all right. So can I talk, before I intro this game? Can I talk about how I found this game? So
Yes.
the
Sure.
creator. By the way, the game is called Before Your Eyes. The
Yes.
creator, responded to a tweet, and I guess it blew up. He responded to a tweet from someone who played the game because it's a short game, under 2 hours, right? And the problem with the game being under 2 hours on Steam is that you could return it. So,
yeah.
someone tweeted, "Loved Before Your Eyes. Really liked it, but since it was since it was under 2 hours and I already beat it, I returned it."
Oh, that's.
So then the creator of the game responded.
Yeah,
and was
as
like,
they should.
Does every game have to be 60 hours? Yes, we made a small game. Yes, we're happy with it. There should be more small games. And I agree. I love small games.
Yes.
The short games.
Yes.
The short games are usually the ones where you get more out of it than just a game. They give you like a different meaning.
Oh
they have a hidden message in there, and I love that.
Oh my god. Literally the same thing that I will talk about with my game has the same effect. It's short, so it has more it has more of an emotional impact.
I was literally in Discord. I was playing Overwatch with Nil, Yamato, the squad who I play Overwatch with.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's this game called Before Your Eyes, and people are returning it because they're beating it and then returning it. So I was like, I'm going to buy it.
That's coming.
So I go.
Yeah, good.
I beat it. Guess what, guys? This is where it gets really crazy. This is the real fucking turn in the whole story. I kept it. Because guess what? It's $10. And
you liked it.
That's what you do with a game. You buy it, and then if you play it and you like it, you keep it.
Yeah. The only game that you don't do that with is that like 99 Dragons, a game on Xbox that was really bad. That you throw in a river, or you like throw it into the sun. Mine is that you don't throw out games.
If you beat a game and enjoy it, then return it. You a dick. True. And a lot of people are doing that with this game.
Yes, Neil, 110%.
So,
yes.
Before Your Eyes is a storytelling game. It's essentially a point-and-click game because you just move your mouse, right? You don't even click your mouse. You just move your mouse, right? the thing with this game is you need more than just a computer and a mouse. You do need a webcam.
Okay.
Yes, because
Really?
the game every time you blink in real life, it's like my story would have progressed right there. Yes.
Really?
And
how did they I want to know how they program that, because that seems very interesting.
It's very unique, and I love it. And pretty much, you're in the life. You're looking at the world through someone's eyes, since they were a literal infant, and you're living through someone's life into the end.
That's a little bit existential for me on a Friday night, Quinn.
You just kind of rewind and you watch it all unfold again. It was very emotional. I don't want to talk about the game because I know people who are in here who want to play it. You're giving me flashbacks to Jobless Reincarnate. This is wholesome, and Jobless Reincarnate's kind of fucked.
I don't even know what game that is, and I don't.
Same thing, similar situation, but it's just like, so every time you blink, right, the story progresses, like because you're kind of like just going through your life, and if you blink, so like, you go to like the next portion in your life, and it could be like a couple seconds, it could be a couple minutes. So I'm watching this kid grow old from his point of view, or her. I don't know if it's a guy. No. They gave the name Benny, right? So it's kind of like a unisex name. Blink, suddenly a baby. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I get to like this halfway point in the game, and I'm like crying. I'm like, fuck, that was intense. And I thought I beat the game at this point, right? I'm like, damn, that was a good fucking story. I'm very happy. Turns out I'm only halfway through the game.
Oh boy, even more time for you to get emotional.
And then, like, because you're kind of like having an existential crisis throughout the first half of the game, and you're sad. And
hearing the synopsis of the game is giving me an existential life crisis. I can imagine playing it.
And you're
not
sad,
much
right?
better.
And I'm like, all right, that was good. I'm actually very happy I played that. I was like, I beat it in like 50 minutes. That's fine. I'm happy. That was a good game. Then, that's not the end of the game. Then you recap your whole life. Again. It's a little weird. I'm not going to go into details.
Yeah.
But when I fucking beat the game, one of my friends joined Discord. He's in our chat sometimes, Azulos. He joined Discord, so I was like, you want me to stream the game for you? He goes, all right, I don't care if you're in the middle of it or whatever. So he watched it. He watched me play it on Discord, and I'm sitting there, and I beat the game, and I just felt like a hollow shell. I was like, I sat here, and I looked. I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing with my life? I was just, my mind, dude. I was like, all right, I like games that make me like feel a certain type of way, right?
Yeah.
I'll replay it for you now. I'll even do it tonight because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. And I was just like, fuck me, man. I don't know, like, how am I supposed to feel at the end of this, you know? And that's the problem. Is because like, I know how I'm supposed to feel about it, right? I'm supposed to be fucking sad. And then it's just like, but why am I sad? Like, this is just a game. I'm not this guy. I'm not this girl. I'm just a guy fucking seeing this shit from the point of view. And I'm just like, fuck me, dude. I'm sure this is what we're talking about. I curse a lot because of lack of expressive vocabulary. But it's a $10 game. It just came out like a week ago. I picked it up on release, and I was like, I'll play it. I don't know when, because we all know I have a fucking 700 game Steam library, and half the games have never been touched.
Yes.
And I was like, so it might just fall into the void and never be touched as well. But I got bored one day. I didn't know what to do. I played it. I have zero regrets. Zero. for a $10 game. This is a game, right? Where even if it was just a little bit longer, actually, you know what? Let me rephrase. If this game was $30 and it was the length it was, I'd still buy it, knowing what I got out of it now as a $10 game. I don't think price has anything to do with quality in a game. Depending, you get those people who just try to, make a quick buck. But like, a lot of times, if someone's really passionate about a project, you can get like the dollar amount that they slap on the game can be completely non-proportional to the value that you actually get out of a game. So, I mean, yes, the game is short. Who fucking cares? Shadow of the Colossus was a fucking $60 game. You could beat it in 2 hours. I own fucking 8 copies of it. I own 8 copies of it. And do I enjoy it? Well, fucking apparently, if I own 8 copies of it, right? It's a 2-hour game.
You
If you're real slow with Shadow of the Colossus, 6 hours. No shot you're spending more than 6 hours on the game.
Yeah, and that's only your first playthrough when you're bad at the game because it's your first playthrough. When you actually get experience with it, you're speed up.
So I do this math, right? Like, when I buy games, I try to get it down to like, because I don't want to be throwing away money, even though I do. I'll be honest, I throw away money on my Steam library. When I'm playing a game, I try to get it down to like this like dollar per hour mark, which is it doesn't happen a lot of the time, and that's fine. Like as long as I still enjoy the game.
No.
But people are like, yeah, why am I going to pay $10 for an hour of gameplay? And I'm like, people buy.
Are you kidding me?
Story games that are like 10, 15 hours long. Uncharted, dude. Uncharted's like a fucking 12-hour game. And you pay $60 for it if you buy it at launch.
Yeah. Actually, most of the Naughty Dog games are like 12 to 14 hours. But yet, people, excuse my French because I'm not at work, they jerk them off for being a fucking masterpiece when they're 12 to 14 hours long. And you're like, oh my god, this game changed my life. So, oh my god, an hour-long project that's worth like $10 can't change your life too? That's
and then
bullshit.
Like, Shadow of the Colossus was $60. I spent $60 on Shadow of the Colossus PS4. If let's say I mean, I'm no novice to Shadow of the Colossus. I've been playing the game for over a decade. Even if I took 6 hours, that's still like a $10 per hour like rate. If you want to think of it that way, I know thinking about games like that, it helps me just like calm down with the amount of money I spend on games. But like that's the same rate that Before Your Eyes gives you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fine.
Yes.
I fucking had a hell of a time. I was sad. And when I play it again later after the stream, I'll be sad again, but that's okay. It's like not a big deal. You buy games. People buy games. I think people think games are exclusively like stress relief. And they are. Like not exclusively, but games are big stress relief. And then they're also art, dude. People got to realize that. It's just like any other entertainment medium. Movies are art. Art. Guess what? It's art. Music is art.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I fucking love Before Your Eyes. If you have a webcam in an hour, fucking play it. And if you have $10, play it.
It's on my list now. It's on my list of
fucking existential crisis. Loved the game. I cannot wait for this is the first game the studio put out.
Really?
At least it's on Steam. So I am excited to see what else they put out. Because this was such an interactive masterpiece. I think, what did I say on Twitter? Let's pull up my Twitter tweet real quick.
Yep, sure. Go right ahead.
Fuck. Before Your Eyes. What a fucking masterpiece. What a good story told in such a short amount of time. That was me immediately after I beat the game. Fantastic. So I'm going to calm down now. And now it's going to be Steven's turn to talk about...
Yes. Emily, His Away 3. Now, let me preface this with I loved the first 2 games. I played them both at launch. So the first one launched on the website of the guy who made it. I can't say his name, but I'm not gonna be able to say his name, but he had it on his website for free at launch, but you could like donate to him, and Um, and after I played it, like I donated like $10 because that's what I thought it
Kyle
was.
Seeley is the
Yeah.
man's name.
Yes. And I just for some reason
You're
can't
good.
say Kyle's
There you
too.
go.
Oh look, I said it there. My stutter is so
There
weird
you
like
go.
that. I don't. But so like the first game, excellent. I loved it. You're currently playing through it now very slowly, but that's because you have a
Yeah,
lot of other stuff to
I
do.
got other things going on.
Yeah. So the first two games take place exclusively through AIM, which is an old chat service that I would imagine that most of us have used at some point during
Younger
our
years.
yeah your younger years. But the game takes place in your senior year of high school slash what most of your college for the first
Yeah,
game. I
where
can't
I
remember
got
the
into the
first game
first
that
game, I'm
well.
already in college. So, and I'm 2 chapters in.
Yeah, yeah. So you were talking with your one friend. You were talking with your one friend from high school, Emily, and you guys were friends all throughout high school. And then as you progress, your relationship changes like they do in these sorts of like
Mhm.
situations. So the second game is out in 2017. I'm a either a late freshman or an early sophomore in college at that point. I love the second game. The second game had something really cool in that you had a totally new character, Evelyn, who was punk rock and also nerdy, and she was this kind of ironically, despite the fact that like a lot of this stuff she and like me as an actual person don't have in common. I always preferred her character just because she was a little bit different. So like it was kind of cool. It was like, hey, but the second game, there were two main problems, and now it's all despite the fact I love the second game. The first one that had like a telltale style point, and I think the second chapter where you had to choose between the girls because they both needed your help with some like really big like actual non-high school like bullshit problem. It was an actual problem, and then both needed to talk to you both at the same time. You had like a telltale timer of it like ticking down. I was like, well, fuck. And so for the third game, which takes place in your senior year of high school in 2008, at that point you moved to Facebook because it's 2008. AIM is fucking dead because it was dead by that point. All the high school seniors had all moved to Facebook, so the entire game now takes place inside of Face Nook, which is their like fictionalized Facebook, which I love. It gives it a lot more personality than what like
Yeah.
like actual Facebook is because like so so they actually handed you a third person to actually they hand you a lot more people to talk in this game just because you have a like an actual like established friend group
Hmm.
now, and your one friend, why am I forgetting his name right now? But he like walks you through Facebook and he's like, oh hey, we also need to choose to like be at a party because him and his girlfriend don't care which party you go to. Now that's how you choose your route, which immediately for me gives me a lot less stress because you know me, Quinn. You give me options. I don't want to like
Yeah.
upset like anyone. Oh my god, I'm a textbook people please. I don't want to make anyone upset. So I'm like, well shit. But this time I'm like, okay, I get to choose options. I don't have to make anyone at that moment feel terribly bad. So the first one, I'm like, all right, I will do Emily. So like you're playing through it, la di da di da, and like most of the stuff, I play it like I am the
Okay.
actual person. Except for like I made one mistake where like I misclicked and I contacted someone that I probably shouldn't have contacted through that friend's old Facebook account. But I after then just like replayed it and had the same outcome, which is you guys don't work out after high school graduation. You guys decide to take a break because you're off to college, you're heading out, and it's just it sucks because high school's like that sometimes. Now I've never been in a romantic relationship. You've known this, so but I would imagine I've had friends who've like went through this stuff at the end of high school. You're
Yeah.
done. Like that things happen, but you still like the person. You still care about the person,
Hmm.
but it's done. So the second playthrough, I go with Evelyn as I always liked her character. And this time I get the best ending, which is the 0.2% ending, which is you guys date after high school. You guys stay together, and presumably, from the way that they were talking, we would eventually be married in the future of this like universe. So for me, as oh boy, as you know, Quinn, a classic rom-com hopeless romantic guy, this is a very sweet kind of thing for me to just kind of now. This whole semester has been kind of rough just on me as a person, so I would just hell, it was a fictional fake relationship, but I was like, I needed this kind of emotional game, and the game, oh boy, along with Steven Universe Future, it made me do some life I'm evaluating, and I now I'm thinking that over the last like 2 years, I've gotten way leaps and bounds more
Yeah.
positive. I am a fucking much more positive person. I'm a totally different person than I was 2 years ago, and I even want to start hanging out with different people because I want more positivity. I want more like
Absolutely.
positivity in my life versus
Yeah, that's
not.
completely normal.
So, but yeah, but like this game, man. I mean, between the Facebook and between the life changes that the characters were going through, which is, hey, you're graduating from school, heading off to a new thing, which is exactly the thing that I'm going through now. I'm going through a life transition, which makes you get all
Yeah.
reflective. And it really made me appreciate life, which a lot of things have been doing that right now, which I don't know if it's the pandemic and me kind of being kind of bored, just being in the house all the time. But and both endings, both the one in which I personally was heartbroken because I was like, well, shit, I wanted to date her for the long haul, and then the one in which hell it actually did happen, I felt very emotional. I was like, Jesus, games like this, which both playthroughs, so they each took me about like 3.5 hours because it's not
Yeah.
too long. Um, so all in all, I did about like 7 hours, like so far. And that was just for the first two places. I plan to do more places, but probably not until after I graduate from college because I have too much shit happening in the next few weeks to do that. But it really made me just like appreciate life in a way that I really was not expecting from a game that I've been looking forward to for the last couple of years. Because he's been teasing the third game since I want to say
Oh
2018 or
damn, it's been a
2019. So it's
while.
been a
Yeah.
couple of years. Yeah. Whereas the second game launched in 2017 in the middle of my late freshman or early sophomore year in college. So like I've been waiting for the third game for a very long time. And I was very emotionally affected by the second game too. But the third game, I think the fact that I was in like a life transition made me really kind of
Appreciate what the game had
appreciate
to offer.
what these characters were going through because these characters went from having these like bullshit high school problems of, oh, like, hey, we dating and we can like have stuff for Halloween, to, oh shit, like I have a friend with actual mental health problems, and hey, like I'm not cheating on you with him, like that's where the game goes, and like you need to talk about this because being able to talk is important in hell, like any type of like relationship. It's important to talk to the other person because you need to know like where they're coming
Mm.
from. And it just really made me think about my entire life. So I really love the game. The game's I think only ten
Another $10
dollars.
slapper.
So I would highly recommend. Yes, and it's great because you get like 7 hours worth of content plus all the other places that I haven't even done yet. Because there's a playthrough where like you fix up your entire friend group because like both of the main girls like they like used to be best friends and you were all in the same friend group and then something happened and then they all there's like even like a friendship pass in which like you fix up the entire group and they're all happy at the end. Like there's a bunch shit I haven't done yet, but I don't know. It just made me appreciate life in a way that I was not expecting it to do. But I guess it was a game at a point where I'm in a transitional period and I was like, I just needed something to
I hear you.
really
Absolutely. And
just
games are a good medium for
just
that.
and I just ranted for like 10 minutes
That's
about
okay.
literally, I don't know if I even really explained the game. I don't know if I even explained the game well, but that's why I'm a writer and not like a public speaker. Because I can't public speak well. I can write like the best, and I cannot. I'm not a public
Absolutely.
speaker. But so yeah, so those were our emotional experiences and games that made us feel over the last week and a half, which I was not expecting to talk about this week, but we both play games that were very emotionally impactful. There we go. Those are the words.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a good time though. We all had a good time. We all enjoyed our games.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So I'm trying to think if there's any other news that we need to talk
I
about.
think
There isn't, right? I mean, like unless you want to somehow bring up like the
Ouya.
Amico and it
There we
being
go. Look, actually, you can see the Ouya box. It's
Um,
right there.
yeah. So, like, at some point for like the 1 year anniversary of the podcast, we are gonna have to reshoot the Ouya unboxing because that podcast was unfortunately lost to time because of storage issues. I hate when that shit happens because it's happened to me
It
before. I
sucks
hate
too
when that
because I
shit
think that was my
happens.
favorite podcast
It just
moment.
it sucks because you're just
Yeah,
like fuck.
that was my. I think that's my favorite podcast moment. Real quick actually, we were
Yeah, sure.
involving
Oh,
this,
go
involving
ahead.
the Ouya reveal. Uh,
Yes,
so
the
like it
Ouya
wasn't
saga.
it doesn't directly involve that day, but I won't forget when it was when Victor was first prepping to join us on the podcast, and we were on a video call just like this, but we don't do video calls when like video podcasts when we have a guest most of the time, unless the guest is like has their own
Yeah,
webcam, blah 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 blah. Um, I
yeah,
remember I was telling Victor that I do dumb shit on this podcast, and I was explaining to him I wore a suit for an hour underneath. I think it was this
yeah,
jumper actually, and then he
yeah.
like took what I said, looked at Steven like for did this actually happen? Like, do you remember this? He
Yes, yes, I do. And I was like,
he looked at Steven and
like,
was like, "Is this real?" And Steven was like, Steven
and
literally went
I
like,
just like deadpan.
"Yeah, it's real. This happened. This actually happened." uh,
Yeah, and like more on that stuff. I honestly can't wait to do a podcast IRL, which we haven't been able to do
COVID.
unfortunately because of obvious outside circumstances, which we're not going to comment on.
Oh, this is too
But
tight.
because we have a different, I mean, not really all too different, but we have a different energy, and like we're in the
Yeah.
same room together. Like it's the same, but it's
Yes.
more
Yes.
of this energy because there's like a disjoint when we're over Discord and it's a video call, and because there's just something missing, and that's being in the same room and just talking bullshit and just vibing back for us being
Absolutely.
fucking stupid, which is what we do. Because we do really stupid bullshit when we're in these situations. And that's something that you guys probably haven't seen from me because I'm pretty reserved on the podcast. Like I'm very like I guess like buttoned up, very kind of don't let like
I
a
wish
lot
I
of my
had the
emotions.
video your sister
But
recorded of me walking through your kitchen.
which one?
Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
Where I'm like this on
no.
my tip.
Oh yes, yes. Oh my
I think one of
god,
my friends
yes.
has it because we use it as like a meme video. We call it
Of
terrifying.mp4.
course you do. Yeah, but I'm very excited for the next chapter of my life, and if it weren't for uh Emily's Away 3, I probably would be just as excited, but it made me realize a couple other things I'm not going to talk about
I
on
know.
here, but Quinn knows, and
I
I told
know.
him today, which came out of the blue, but honestly, I've been thinking about
Hell
this
yeah,
for a
man.
very
I'm all
long
on board
time,
with you.
like since since the Steven Universe Future finale, which was in March of last year. So it's been well over a year. It's been 13 months since it happened, and that's how long I've been thinking about this one
Hell yeah,
particular
man.
thing. And I'm very excited for just the next general chapter in my life. I'm very excited for your next chapter in your life because we're both moving on with our
Lives.
life, and it's a very exciting
Yes, it
time.
is.
It's a very exciting time. We are moving up. We're moving
Forward.
forward. It's like not like it's not like we're like moving on and we're like splitting up. No, we're
Yeah,
just
me and
moving
Stephen are actually
forward.
never going to talk again. This is it.
I don't think that would
No, I
actually be
don't think so
possible in
either.
this family.
We're too close. We're too
I
close
don't
though.
think. Hell, I think if we wanted to, I don't even think it would be fucking possible. Like I don't.
I agree.
I just.
I guess.
Yeah. Like, yes, I
This
think
is
we're
one of the longest podcasts in a
good to
while.
go. Yeah. Actually, I think this might be
Yeah,
the
it's up
longest
there.
podcast.
I feel like there might be one that's a little bit longer,
So
but I don't remember.
yeah. So thank you all for joining us because I think this was a good for both of us because I honestly like I don't think you usually see this side of me, a more like emotionally involved side of me because I mean if you ask me, I'm a very not emotional person. I'm a very how do I explain this? I feel a lot. I feel I don't know how to explain it without
I know
writing
what
it
you mean,
down. And I'm a
Yeah, I
very
hear you.
yeah. So like so oh man, talking about
Everyone
you with
loves
your
the
new
cut.
haircut, which I gotta say, which like we haven't mentioned this entire podcast. Like Chad has mentioned it, but like we two personally haven't mentioned it. You got a haircut and it looks good, especially because how it looked for the last, I would say since
I
January,
love the long hair, dude. I love it.
has not been good. It
It's a
has
good change
not
of pace,
been
though. It's a good change of pace.
great. It's just, I mean, it is a great haircut. And honestly, I it, it's like one that you
I
probably
needed it. Yeah,
needed
I needed.
since
It's summertime now. It's getting
yeah.
hot.
Now, like it wasn't really bad until I would say like late
Yeah,
January,
but it's been
early
4 months since
February,
then.
which is which is it's been like oh, okay, now we're starting to be in that
It's
territory
long.
of it's like yeah, it's time to
Bring back
get
the
shit
mop. We'll
done.
see. We'll see. Definitely not through the summer. I'll get it cut again probably
I'm
before the end of summer.
yeah. I moved. Yes, no,
No
take full
shot.
credit for
What the
that.
fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, I'm
What do
supporting
you
her
mean?
on
I got
this.
this haircut on my own accord. I did. What the? Uh,
I don't believe you.
what?
Someone always has to
Yeah,
talk you
usually
into
people
stuff
talk me
like
into
that.
stupid shit though. I got this style last time, man. I went to my barber, Mike, my man Mike, and he was like, "Same shit as last time," and I'm like, "Yes, sir."
I'm surprised that he remembered
Dude,
after a year.
he
Like,
knows
oh,
me
hey,
because
this
he
is
hate he
this
he
is what you got
loves and
last
hates
time.
cutting my hair.
I would imagine because I feel like you don't go too often for a haircut. So, like, by the time that you're visiting Mike, he has to be like, God damn it, it's so fucking
No,
long.
he
This
he
stupid
loves it
fucking
though. He
kid,
loves it. He
man.
takes a
I
picture of
hate
me
him.
every time and posts it to his Instagram.
Because each time it probably gets longer and longer because each time you go more and more time without a fucking haircut. So okay, so all right, so pre-pandemic, how long in
6 months.
between haircuts were you? Okay, so this is not too far off of your time. It's like an extra 4 months.
Yeah, I don't
Basically, it's
like
like
cutting my hair too often. I did not tell. Well, hold on.
why?
Lacurzy, Lacurzy,
What?
stop spreading rumors. I don't like cutting my hair too often. I like my long hair. I think my curly hair is like one of my features. So I'm like, why cut it?
Yeah, yeah, because back when we were really, really young, you used to have an afro that was
The
real
full
fucking
fro.
big. Because our heads were so fucking small, the fro would be larger than your. It would just envelop your
But
entire
now
face, and
since I
it'd be
have such
like,
a
"Yo,
big
Quinn."
ass head,
He like
go ahead.
literally, yeah, but like you would look like the Shaggy dog from those like old like Disney movies, like those like dogs would say, like the hair would just be flopping over his face and be like, "Hey, Quinn, you in there?" Like it'd be
Oh
like,
yeah, hi, how's it going?
"Yo, like how do you see?" Almost like how it was recently before your newest haircut. You're like, you were really, I would imagine, having a hard time seeing
Yeah, it goes in
at
your
some
eyes a
point.
lot too when it's so curly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thanks guys for joining us today.
I think it was a great podcast. That this was a great podcast.
No, this is a
Arguably
really
one
good
of
one.
my
I like